Well, now, when anything bothers me and I'm feeling unhappy, I just try and think of nice things.
What kind of things?
Well, let me see. Nice things. Daffodils. Green meadows. Skies full of stars. Raindrops on roses. And whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Ah, yes, her favorite things. She didn't have much, but she kept a drawer of small things. A primrose lip gloss, a scent that reminded her of home, a video that made her cry in a good way. Not much to anyone else, but to her, they were proof that June happened, that she was here. The scent she chose to be.
I love these so much. These are body washes that I got recently, but I'm still putting them in because they will be my favorites. This is the Blueberry Cobbler body wash, which was a collaboration between Dunkin' and Native, which I find kind of funny, but oh my goodness, it smells like exactly what it says. Like a blueberry toasty pastry. And I wasn't sure I'd like it because I'm not a huge blueberry person, like scent-wise. And the fruit. I don't really like blueberries that much, but this is amazing. It's actually, I like it a little bit more than this one, the vanilla bean cupcake crumble and Dove collaboration. I like it more than this one. Even though this one's really good, the notes are cakey vanilla bean cookie topped with cakey vanilla bean cookie topped with creamy vanilla frosting. The thing is, when you lather it, it kind of just starts to smell like generic soap. Like the super vanilla scent kind of goes away a little bit, and I don't like that. But with this one, it stays the whole time, and when I'm finished showering, I can still smell it, like, on my skin. So, I love that. And it doesn't smell like, you don't smell blueberry cobbler and soap. You smell just straight, complete pastry, and it's amazing. This is from Bath & Body Works. It's the Pistachio Glaze body cream. I can't remember if Bath & Body Works has lotions and creams. I can't really remember. If they do, then I prefer the cream. If they don't, then I guess I just like their lotions. Yeah, this smells absolutely amazing. My mom loves it. My grandmother loves it as well. And they're not like super sweet scent types of people. But the notes for this one are pistachio cream, toasted vanilla, and sugared patchouli. And it just has the prettiest pistachio, ice cream, whipped cream kind of smell to it. It's not like heavy. It's like a fluffy ice cream pistachio. And I love it. And I also have the spray for it. Did I say the name? Pistachio Glaze? In the Stars, Bath & Body Works Glow Lotion Body Butter. This is super good. It's, what are the notes? Starflower, sandalwood musk, sugared tangelo, white agarwood, and radiant amber. I would say It is technically a sweet scent. Yeah, it's a sweet scent. It's not sugary pastry sweet, but it is a sweet perfumey scent. And it's glitter. That's why I got it. Because it's glittery. I don't think you can see. But it is glittery and it's super glittery. So I actually can have this forever. Like, I think I will. I've had it for a while and it's only that much gone. So it's amazing. It's super moisturizing as well. Because I've talked about these before, I won't go on and on and on, but from the Dua Fragrance perfumes that I got, these three are my favorites. So we have Milkylicious. It's so good. This one's my favorite of my favorites. And then we have Caramelized Dates, which I talked about. It's sandalwood and caramel. And then Vanilla Baby, which is, I went on and on about like trying to explain this one because I couldn't figure out how to. Hopefully my explanation in my last video, oh no, it wasn't my last video. The video where I showed you guys what I carry around all day. Yes, I also bought a hot chocolate body lotion and the strawberry pound cake, but I won't say those are my favorites, so they're not a part of this. Pistachio Glaze was the scent that encompassed June and May.
The things she wore when no one was looking.
This is my rosary. It's in the prettiest little box. I got it at a church, of course. But yes, I don't wear it, of course, but sometimes I will pray with it. I'm not Catholic, so not in the same way, but I just like having it with me, you know. And I like carrying it with me in my purse. Yes, very important. This lip gloss I also talked about. It's changed colors because I added a little bit of my lip liner pigment into it because I thought it'd be a little bit prettier than just the clear, and I was right. It's even prettier. It's super moisturizing, not like super heavy or sticky, so I really like that one. This I also mentioned, and I'm talking about it here because I've always had a big issue with like under my eyes, never like knowing how to properly do it where it'll stay and it won't crease or lift or anything. But this has been an absolute lifesaver, and it's so like blurring as well. It adds like a slight blurring effect. It's just such a pretty powder. Like, my mom also really likes it. When I went home for a week, she asked me to do her makeup all the time. I think she just also liked how I did it, but she really loved this. So, my blush. This is a new blush that I got, and I also had it in my other video. But I just think it's the prettiest shade, and it actually shows up as this shade on my skin, which is important because I don't like orange blush. I hate orange blush. So I need pink, but sometimes pink shows up as like peach or it just isn't bright enough or pigmented enough. But this one shows up as pink, and a cool tone pink, and it is also bright enough. So,
Her soundtrack.
Louis Armstrong. This is American Legend CD. There's 12 songs on it. It's really good. It has some of his most famous ones. So, I mean, there's different ones on here, but I always mention What a Wonderful World because that's like the biggest one that a lot of people know. Yeah, so pretty, so good to just play and have it playing in your room. Very, like, fun. Some are really fun, like more dancey. Some are more calming and pretty. This is the Rock and Roll Relics CD. So, it's like a compilation from the Rubber Souls. I've never known them before I got this CD, but I really, really liked it. So, yes, it became one of my favorites. And sometimes I think that's fun, like at thrift stores, or it doesn't have to be a thrift store, it could be a music store, but to just pick up random CDs because you can find really cool bands and artists that you've never heard of. And it's also cool to like have, like if you end up liking it, you actually have their music. Um, that's always really cool. I picked it up essentially just because I thought the cover art was really pretty and cool. But it ended up being great. I don't have physical media for, but the song Million Dollar Man by Lana Del Rey, it's an old song from her, but for some odd reason it came back into my life in May, like the third week of May, and I have played it nonstop. I played it yesterday. It's just so, it's one of her most beautiful, smooth, dreamy songs ever. It's just the best. I think it's from Born to Die, that album. I'm pretty sure. That's like one of my biggest soundtracks for June and May. And then next is Beaches by Biba Doobie. So this is the only song I know from her. But I love it so, 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 so much. I used it on my Stray Kids concert post. I listened to it endlessly. So even though it's the only song I know from her, it still earns its spot, for sure. Soundtrack of May and June. One of those moments where you have no real memory. Not that you don't have a memory. It's like you remember listening to it, but you don't remember listening to it that much. Bunny Party is one of those situations. I did not realize that I listened to that song that much. And it's, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not proud. It just is what it is. It's just a song that I listen to a lot. It's a fun song. It really is, and it's very nostalgic. Next is Burning Blue by Mariah the Scientist. So over the summer, wait, no, actually, I heard two songs from her, Spread Thin and To You, throughout my college semester, I think, like a year ago or 2 years ago. And I really liked them, but those were the only songs that I heard from her. And recently, when Burning Blue came out, I decided to listen to it, and I loved it so, 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 so much. And then I realized that all the songs that I heard at that point I really liked, so I went down like a rabbit hole listening to more of her songs, and I thought they were all so good. And like I really love her voice and her writing. So I guess I like Mariah the Scientist, her music. I just realized that. But yeah, Burning Blue, I played that song endlessly. Again, I played that yesterday too. She just has like a super pretty, soft voice, and I love how like poetic and creative her lyrics are and the concepts of her songs are. I think that I don't listen to that much R&B just because it just all falls a bit flat for me, but hers I think is really interesting melody-wise and lyrics, like how she writes her lyrics as well. Muse by, oh, Plug-in Baby by Muse. Um, this is another song I used on an Instagram post. It was a long time ago, but it came back again for me. Kind of like Million Dollar Man, and I've been playing it endlessly and endlessly and endlessly. It's very addicting, and I don't know, I don't have much to say about it. It's just a really good song, and it was a part of my soundtrack for May and June.
What she
불행하진
watched when she
않지만
couldn't sleep.
행복하지도 않다. 이대로 끝나도 상관없다.
I have a notes section on my phone where I do movie reviews. I don't watch many movies, so when I do, I really want to like capture how I felt about it. We're going to begin with Come Rain, Come Shine. So this is a Korean movie. It's a little bit older, not super old, but a little older, and not very known, even though it does have a pretty big actor in it. He was kind of starting out at the time, so he wasn't big when it came out. The Korean title is 사랑한다, 사랑하지 않는다. It's quite different from the English title, Come Rain, Come Shine, but okay. So, this movie, I wouldn't recommend it as like a regular normal movie to watch. It's not like that. You know, there's no like beginning, plot, ending, you know, plot twist. It's not like that at all. What I wrote about it is moody symbolism, slow, heart-wrenching, calm, and equally as stormy. Beautiful, hopeful, really makes you interested in each character, who they are and why. So it's one of those movies that's a bit more experimental. It's very slow paced. There's many long drawn out shots where they aren't even speaking, but I really liked it and enjoyed it, and I thought it was super interesting, and how they conveyed the two characters and the relationship with the experimental choices that they made, I really loved. So yes, but yeah, don't go into it expecting like a normal movie. It's not like that, and if you do go into it like that, then you won't enjoy it for sure. The next movie is Canola. I watched this movie a long time ago, but again it came back and I watched it a lot, so I wanted to talk about it. So Canola is another Korean movie. It had an actress that I want to say she was in Cheese in the Trap, which is a K-drama. I want to say that's how I ended up finding the movie. It's sad. It's sad, yeah. What I wrote about it, I put beautiful again, made me cry, off put. Oh, I think I mean like I was off put by the slightly bittersweet ending. It was complex, endearing, and painful character development. So yes, I won't tell you the plots of the movie or like what they're about, just my reviews, and you can decide based on that. Kamikaze Girls. Now, I recently uploaded a video with that movie in it. So as you can see, it has been a part of my month. But I watched it a long time ago. I watched it multiple times. My review. The weirdest, best movie ever. I love her and she is me. quite to a T. I guess I'm a bit obsessed with any movie that has characters that I relate to. I think it's become something I wished was a part of my childhood, which is very true. I wish that I watched this when I was even younger, because it would have like an even more like strong nostalgic pull if I did. But I watched it when I was like 19 or 20, something like that. So, a drama called My Liberation Notes. It's a pretty famous drama. It's really, really good. I unfortunately did not end up writing a review for it. I don't know why. But it's a super beautiful drama. Very, again, not the typical K-drama. And like a comfort drama, I think. If you enjoyed maybe It's Okay Not to Be Okay, they're not the same, but if you enjoy dramas that are a bit more serious and has like more complex like undertones and like how the characters behave and things like that, then you would like My Liberation Notes. They're definitely not the same, but yeah. It's a really, really beautiful drama. Last we have Barbie Charm School. There's nothing to say here, there's nothing to review. I watched Barbie Charm School, Barbie and the Three Musketeers, the one, Princess and the Pawn? Pauper. Princess and the Pauper. And I also watched the one where they had the magical mirror, and there was a Barbie stuck in the magical mirror, and they had to get her out and defeat the like evil witch or something. I watched all of those with Yuki, and they were all great, just as good as I remembered. And so, yes, it's called Duality. You know, we watch Come Rain, Come Shine, and we watch Barbie.
The thoughts she highlighted.
I will not talk about it anymore. I won't, but I will. So, I'm just gonna read a few things that I underlined. That's all, okay? So, let's start with this line, okay? I didn't say much of an introduction because if you are subscribed to my channel, then you've heard about me talking about Kokoro, and I just don't want to go on anymore. But it's a Japanese book by Natsume Soseki, and it was translated by Edwin McClellan. What is it about? I'll just say the first line. So, the subject of Kokoro, which can be translated as the heart of things or as feeling, is the delicate matter of the contrast between the meanings the various parties of a relationship attach to it. That is all I'll say. So, I wanted to include like things I highlighted, quotes that I liked, books that I read as a big part of the month, because it's a big part of every month, you know? It shows things you're thinking about, your mindset with like what you're agreeing with or feeling. So, first one that I'm gonna read. This is the main character talking about Sensei. So, about Sensei, he said, "A man capable of love, or should I say, rather a man who was by nature incapable of not loving, but a man who could not wholeheartedly accept the love of another. Such a one was Sensei." That is just such a good quote. And the reason why I also loved it is because it perfectly summarizes Sensei so early on in the book, and you don't realize it until you get, more into the book. This is Sensei speaking. "I'm a lonely man," Sensei said, "and so I am glad that you come to see me. But I am also a melancholy man, and so I asked you why you should wish to visit me so often. And soon you will find that you no longer want to visit me. There is nothing that I can do except curse my own soul. And if one were as naturally reflective, intelligent, and as removed from the world as Sensei, would one inevitably reach the same conclusions?" That's the character talking about Sensei again. Okay, last one. He says, "There is no need to worry. When did anyone die who kept on saying that he was going to die? Rather, it is we who are so certain of our good health that are in real danger." And I underlined that one because I thought it was very true. People that are so certain that tomorrow will happen, and like they take every day as like this little, thing, like whatever, when in reality, every day is a gift. We have The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. I finished reading this yesterday. I'm only going to read a couple quotes because my camera's going to die. The very last line of the book, I guess this is a spoiler technically? Not really, but it is the last line of the book. The last line is, "The world is full of stories, but the stories are all one." I loved that one because it like perfectly encapsulates what the book is about, and it's very true. "All parents damage their children. It cannot be helped. Youth, like pristine glass, absorbs the prints of its handlers. Some parents smudge, others crack, a few shatter childhoods completely into jagged little pieces beyond repair." I liked that one because I think that it's inevitable that, an imperfect person, like, your parents, they're imperfect and they're just human beings. So they'll make mistakes. And something like a child that is, a new human, like, obviously they're going to be changed and damaged. I don't look at it that way necessarily, but by being with an imperfect person, a human that has been alive for, however many years, it's not necessarily like some evil thing to like blame the parents for, everything, but they're just humans. They're just humans, and it's inevitable. "Before the coffee gets cold." Did I underline? I don't think that I went back in and underlined anything. Oh no. That's so unfortunate. I will go back in and take my time and do that, but this was such a beautiful book. My favorite chapter was definitely, I guess this is kind of a spoiler, but the husband and wife chapter, and the mom and daughter chapter. Those 2 chapters were so beautiful and so bittersweet, and just I really loved it. I cried reading this. I cried reading all of these. Whatever. I'm a sensitive, emotional person.
Trinkets of time.
My new little scrapbook. It's just the cutest thing. Look at it. I love it so, 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 so much. Ignored her. And they're the big open pages, so you can put as many as you want in one of the pages. So, yes, I'm super excited. Like I said, I think it's like over 350 pictures that I printed. So I'm definitely going to need more than one. But I think it's just such a good idea to have it actually with you. like, you know, in real life, not just on your phone. As you can see, like, I love physical media. I have even more CDs than this. They're up there. And I want even more physical media because I used to have it, and over the years and just moving, they've just gone somewhere. So I'm trying to get them all back and have my actual memories in my hands, tangible. But it's so pretty. I love it. I got this from the thrift store for 60 cents. See, isn't that amazing?
The tastes she craved.
Hello. Now, if you're wondering why I'm mentioning ginger in this video, it's because ginger is one of my absolute favorite things on planet Earth. It is just, it's just beautiful. It's it's like it's nature's gift to humanity, really. My friend made a poster for me. Let me show you. I found it. I found it. This is what my friend made for me. It says, it's a little piece of ginger, and it says, cough, cold, cancer, ginger. Because of my obsession with ginger tea, she made me this. And I just think it's absolutely hilarious. I'm gonna print it out and put it on my wall because it's just true. Okay, first of all, I love ginger tea. When I feel hello? Okay. When I feel sick, I drink ginger tea. When my throat hurts, I drink ginger tea. When my stomach hurts, I drink ginger tea. When I have a headache, I drink ginger tea. When I'm sad, I drink ginger tea. When I'm happy, I drink ginger tea. I love ginger tea. And, you know, it's just, there's nothing better than coming home, cutting up some ginger, placing them in a pot, and just letting it boil, and just knowing you're about to have the best experience of your life. You know? And just like she said, truly, for any and every situation, ginger! And ginger in general is a part of this month, it's a part of last month, it's a part of every month of my life. Truly. I have 2 big roots of ginger. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make ginger tea after this video. You know how people get sponsored and they get sponsored with, like, you know, foods or drinks or stuff? I don't know if this is possible, but if I could get sponsored with ginger, that would make my life, that would make my year. I would be the happiest person in the world. Farmers, manufacturers, I'm your girl. I don't have any tteokbokki, I don't have any pocky with me right now. I actually went looking for it, but I have to order it because it didn't have it in store. Terrible. So, unfortunately, there are a few more things that I wanted to talk about, but they are downstairs, which means that I would have to walk downstairs, which means that I would have to get up, and just really a whole lot of movement. And I just, you know, it's not something I want to do really ever. So, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned more about me and the things that I love, or maybe you got like recommendations, you know, of things that you might like too, or books, or or ginger. Like maybe you learned about the importance of ginger. Let me tell you guys about ginger. Ginger, look at this, look at this. Ginger is anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant. It aids in digestion, reduces nausea, and potentially lowers blood sugar and cholesterol levels. It helps with pain relief. See headaches, muscle soreness, brain health, immune support. It's just so good.